Welcome back to another video then, another transfer video. There hasn't been a transfer video for quite a while now for Manchester United on this channel, and that is a very good reason. There hasn't been a lot of concrete talking from Manchester United about more signings, and today it's gone, in the last sort of 24 hours or so, it has gone a bit berserk. Since Manchester United have drawn their second game of the season to Southampton, and a pretty poor performance from Manchester United, and it's come out that Manchester United are now getting linked with a number of midfield options. Now obviously that's to sell a lot of newspapers, get a lot of clicks on articles online and so forth, but we do know that Manchester United are in need of midfield reinforcements. Now Manchester United probably would have won that game had Edinson Cavani played in that number 9 position, I do believe, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that Manchester United desperately need to sign reinforcements in midfield. Now we had Scott McTominay out of the starting lineup. That game wasn't fit enough apparently to start the match, and when we bring Scott McTominay out, we have very little options in there. We still do have Donny van de Beek, and the question remains as to why the fuck Donny van de Beek isn't getting in the Manchester United team at this moment in time, considering how poorly I believe Fred's Manchester United career on the whole has gone. It hasn't gone good for Fred, and again at the weekend, very poor from Fred. Has had numerous games like that for Manchester United, and Scott McTominay is a decent squad player for Manchester United, and probably the better out of the two players, but we spent 40 odd million quid or whatever it was on Donny van de Beek, and he can't even come off the substitutes bench. It is baffling for me when you've got Matic starting as well, who's in his 30s, coming to the end of his career and should probably have been moved on by now. It is worrying to think that, did Solskjaer really want this signing? That is what is coming out with now from people, and I don't know what the situation is. We will find out whether he's got a future in the coming weeks, but it does look like Manchester United are still in the market for another midfielder, and that would then mean that probably Donny van de Beek's days at Manchester United could well be numbered. And the only thing is, I'm still not convinced whether Manchester United are going to make any more signings. I've seen reports today coming out that Manchester United still want to sign a midfielder and a right back, and that midfield is still priority. Now we're not going to get a midfielder and a right back, not this late in this transfer season. Manchester United have left it too fucking late in order to clear dead wood out. Every fucking year we struggle getting rid of players. I'm seeing today that Kurt Zuma is going to West Ham for around, I think it's 30 million quid or some shit. Manchester United can't even get fucking 20-25 million for Jesse Lingard, who was fucking the dog's bollocks on loan for West Ham. I just do not know what Manchester United are doing when it comes to selling players, getting these players off the wage bill. Anthony Martial is still at Manchester United, still in a living on 250 plus K a week, and he's performing like fucking belly on at this moment in time. It's an absolute fucking joke. It really is. You've got Phil Jones, that the cunt should have fucking fucked off about 2 or 3 years ago. Can't even stay fit. Does he even want to be at Manchester United? Is he even injured? That is the fucking thing with Phil Jones. We don't even fucking know. These cunts just won't leave in order for Manchester United to bring someone else in. But Fabrizio Romano has come out and said today that the list of Manchester United midfield options that Manchester United want are Camavinga top, and then Niguez second, and Ruben Neves as the third choice for Manchester United in this transfer market. Now, can Manchester United pull off any of them three? I'm not sure Manchester United can at this late in the game, to be honest. I mean, it will mean that Manchester United have got to get one of these players off the wage bill and recruit some money for them. The only realistic one that Manchester United could see going is the Jesse Lingard one to West Ham. Now, I don't see why Jesse Lingard hasn't pushed for this move, to be honest, and tried to get the deal down maybe to around 15 to sort of 18 million. Maybe Jesse Lingard could push harder to get that move, because he is not getting in the starting lineup ahead of Bruno Fernandes. We know that he cannot occupy some of the wider areas as well. Would probably do a better job somewhere in the starting lineup than that of Anthony Martial at this moment in time. But Jesse Lingard needs to be playing football. He's 28 years of age. Just go out there and play. You had such a good time at West Ham. If we could get, say we could only get 17, 18 million for him, that would be money towards one of these three players. Now, it doesn't like sound, I guess, is probably the most realistic, I think, out the three for Manchester United getting. I mean, Camavinga's probably got the highest ceiling for Manchester United, 18 years of age. He's already played for Rennes. Very, very promising player for France. Has already scored for the French national team and to put in some stellar performances for them in defensive midfield and in other areas as well. So he's a multifunctional midfield player, but has played a decent amount of games at defensive midfield, so probably more versatile than that of Paul Pogba, because Paul Pogba never does the defensive side for Manchester United. And I did like the thought of Camavinga coming to Manchester United, and for around 30 to 40 million euros, I think that could potentially be a snippet for Manchester United, considering he's out of contract next summer. Rennes want to sell the guy now, but it doesn't like the chances are he's going to go to PSG, which if he doesn't want to come to Manchester United, then there's no point in getting him, even if he's available and Manchester United's the only option, because we've done that with Di Maria and shit like that in the past, and it's not worked out and players don't want to be here. But he is one of the most promising midfielders in the game, up and coming. So the only problem is he going to come into Manchester United and displace Fred and McTominay at this moment in time? I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to withstand the Premier League and come in at 18 years of age, not 19 till November, and be a mainstay in that starting lineup and help Manchester United challenge for the title. It is a really big ask for a player to come in if he's going to play defensive midfield anyway. Not too many defensive midfielders come to Manchester United and at 18 years of age are the finished article at all, not at all. And we will have to wait and see on that one. But obviously, I've said this, Saul Niguez one does seem the more realistic of the three players that we're linked with now before the end of the transfer window. And to be honest, I mean, it seems that Atletico Madrid want to sell him or get rid of him, even if that's a loan deal with an option to buy. Chelsea are the other ones rumoured to be interested in getting him in, but it seems to be a battle between us two, like it does with the Camavinga one. But them two seem to me as though the more likely ones to be done to me than the Neves one. But we will have to wait and see. I don't see the Neves one happening, because I think Wolves are going to dig their heel in. It's going to be probably a bit more expensive for him, with the other two looking like they're on their way out of the club. It does look like them two are going to be on the move. So one of them other two, Camavinga or Saul Niguez, look like they're the main two that Manchester United could get. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to getting Saul Niguez, not at all. It's just from what I'm hearing, I didn't watch any of Atletico Madrid last season, so I can't really comment on how well he performed. But some people say he may have lost his way a little bit there and didn't perform at his best. But it does worry me a little bit if Atletico Madrid actually want to get rid of him, rather than Manchester United stealing it, taking him away from them. Why do they really want to get rid of him? They've just won the league, but he did play a lot of games for them in winning the title. So still a decent option, and probably would be definitely a better option for Manchester United than McTominay or Fred, and would maybe play alongside one of them. Maybe would play alongside Pogba with Bruno Fernandes in front. We will have to wait and see. But Manchester United have got to get some reinforcements in there in midfield, but I'm not confident that Manchester United can, with players still got to be moved out for Manchester United. One big player like Jesse Lingard and Matic, Martial, one of these players has got to be moved out to clear wages off the bill and to recuperate a little bit of transfer fund in order for Manchester United to buy one of these players in the coming days. I think it's going to be tight. Manchester United could do it, but I would give it less than 50% that Manchester United are going to make another signing before the end of the window. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Manchester United would sign any of these players? Do you think Manchester United will even sign a midfielder? Which one of these three players would you prefer to see Manchester United sign between now and the end of the window? Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the share button if you're watching it on Facebook, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.